With the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, we know that there are changes for Parent Plus loan borrowers that are coming in 2026. And this is for Parent Plus loan borrowers who have not consolidated their student loans. Because what this means for you, if you have a unconsolidated student loan, your access to income-driven repayment or lower monthly payments is limited. And in order for you to get access to income-driven repayment plans, that means that the loans have to be consolidated through a direct consolidation. Now, what the Department of Education is stating is that Parent Plus loan borrowers who want to access the income-driven repayment plan system, they need to have this consolidation complete by June 30th, 2026. Actually, sooner than that. They're advising that you do it at least 3 months prior to that because of the amount of time that it takes for a consolidation application to be complete. But it's important that you have a understanding of your loans and what these loans look like in your student aid account. Because one thing we don't want is for Parent Plus loan borrowers to be just consolidating blindly. Because some of you not only have taken on loans for your child, you also have loans for yourself. So we don't want to be, and when I say consolidating blindly, meaning that we're consolidating um, Parent Plus loans with non-Parent Plus loans. Because what that means is that for the loans that you have taken on for yourself, they have access to different type of repayment options. And when you consolidate those into that Parent Plus loans, you restrict that access. So I want to show you just a quick way to just visually look at your student aid account. So that way you'll know what loans are your Parent Plus loans, what loans are your own loans. So that way we're not going into a consolidation without having the full picture. So first and foremost, you want to log into your student aid account. When you log into your student aid account, it's important that you are looking at the borrower information. So you want to look at the information that's connected to the student aid account. So that way you know what loan is yours and what loan is the loan that you've taken out for your child. And usually when you look at a Parent Plus loan in the FSA, it'll have the information so you are able to decipher between the two, what is yours and what is the one that you have taken out for your child. When you get into the account, the first thing you're going to get is your dashboard. At the top, there's always going to be icons that'll show you different sections of your student account. For this, we're going to go directly to My Loans. So you'll see at the top dashboard, My Activity, My Loans, My Grants, and more. We're going to go into My Loans because this is where we are going to get all of the information about um, the student loans that you have taken out. If you are a Parent Plus loan borrower and you have not consolidated, 9 times out of 10, you're not able to certify employment for public service loan forgiveness. You're not able to get those qualifying payments because of the repayment plan that you are in. So you may not have this tracker here for public service loan forgiveness. Once you consolidate, if you make the decision to consolidate and you qualify for public service loan forgiveness, then you eventually will have a payment tracker, a payment progress tracker for public service loan forgiveness. Okay. As you continue into the account, and that's usually involving you scrolling up or down, this is where we get into the repayment plan visibility section. And this is important because if you have a Parent Plus loan that is not consolidated, you're going to see different entries based on the academic year when those loans were dispersed. So you'll see different loan entries, and it's important that you're looking at that information, looking at that balance, looking at that loan status, the loan type, and also the repayment progress, because this is going to be important if you make that decision to consolidate the loan. Now, if you have a unconsolidated Parent Plus loan, you aren't going to see a repayment plan like the Save Plan or Pay as you earn or income-based repayment because a unconsolidated Parent Plus loan, usually the option will be a standard repayment plan. Now, if you are a Parent Plus loan borrower and you have consolidated, you may see information because you are in a income-driven repayment plan like income contingent repayment or even the Save Plan. Because some of you were able to do the double consolidation, so you may be in the Save Plan. And that is how you know that that loan has been consolidated. But if it is a loan that has not been consolidated, that is where you won't see information like you won't see information like income-based repayment, okay? But one thing you want to pay attention to as well is, like I said, the loan type. Because if it has been a loan that has been consolidated, that's where you'll see that information like a consolidation loan. If it has not been consolidated, that's where you'll see things. Let's go back. That is where you'll see things as far as the loan type. It'll say that direct plus loan, and it'll say parent beside it. If it's your loan, you may see subsidized, unsubsidized, or like I said, if it's been consolidated, you'll see that consolidation loan. So just make sure that you are looking at the student aid account and that you're checking every single thing here. You want to look at the information of the loans that have a balance beside them. You want to look at that status, like I said, so that way you'll know exactly where you are with that loan. If it's in a forbearance, because you could have a parent plus loan if you consolidate it. It could be in a forbearance if you are someone that's in the save plan. But you'll know the type of plan at the top that'll kind of give you that idea of what type of a loan that you have. And of course, again, if it's not consolidated, each one of those loans could have a different type. A different status. So you just want to make sure that you're looking at every single thing so that way you'll know what it is that you need to do. But when it comes to your repayment progress, that's important as well. It's because once you consolidate the loan, any repayment progress that you have, you potentially are going to lose that progress because you're taking on a new loan when you consolidate. So any payments that you made on that loan prior to consolidation, you run the risk of losing that. The StudentAid website also gives you information about consolidating. And basically what you do when you go to StudentAid.gov, you go to Consolidate Loans, and this is where it's going to get you the information about consolidation. It's important that you read this because once you consolidate, you can't unconsolidate the loans. So you want to be sure that you're reading everything about a consolidation and what happens after you consolidate that loan prior to you doing anything that you can't undo.